Does Slim deserve to fight KSI? In my humble opinion, he 1000% absolutely positively does, especially if Temper gets to fight KSI. And Slim already laid out Temper. Slim has proven himself as a fighter time and time again. He came up through the dirty side of YouTube boxing, as it was called. Came in on 2 weeks' notice to fight Temper right after his eye was injured, and he knocked out Temper on 2 weeks' notice. He had no strength and conditioning. Probably did some sparring here and there, but didn't have a proper camp. And he came in and knocked out Temper. And by doing this, he laid out the blueprint for KSI to do the same a few months later. He also fought Ryan Taylor and Tom Zanetti, two people who are physically way bigger than him. He went up in weight to fight them. Ryan Taylor because he wanted revenge after Ryan jumped him and messed up his eye. And Tom Zanetti was just, I guess, just a random challenge, but both of them were bigger than him and he still defeated them. They definitely were challenging fights, but he still got the job done, didn't he? And who can forget his knockout on Salt Papi? We all know Salt Papi was ahead on the scorecards before round 4. Yes, that is true, but it's boxing. Literally, one punch can change everything. And it did. He was persevering. He was obviously extremely tired, as we could see, but he stayed in there. He had that dog in him, got the job done. And for some reason, people like to use that against him. Like,
you got lucky. You were getting dominated the whole fight.
Like, that's happened like several times in YouTube boxing already. Deen and Walid, the first fight, Walid was controlling everything, dominating Deen. One punch by Deen changed the whole fight, and Deen won.
Both these guys look like pitchers. That is a knockdown. Oh, big left down, and that sends him down.
And while not exactly the same kind of situation, something similar happened with KSI and Logan too. KSI was dropped in the 4th round, nasty uppercut. I know it was illegal shots that put him down, but he was still very hurt. But he came back and did enough where he could secure a split decision win. Now, I've seen the list of people that were offered to Slim as main event, and I didn't like any of them except there's only one that could work, but everyone else is like either not ready to be a main event yet, like they wouldn't bring enough eyes, they don't have enough juice to be a main event yet, they're not ready for it. Salt Papi is not ready for a rematch yet. Anthony Pettis seems to be the best option there, but for some reason Slim doesn't want it, who knows why. And then we learned that Slim was offered Amir Kahn, and if he gets through him, then he has a guaranteed spot to fight KSI. That's crazy. Like, Amir Kahn, a very seasoned professional boxer. We know he hasn't fought a lot recently, but he's still a seasoned professional boxer. He would walk through some. That's not right, dog. While most people on that list are not main event worthy, I think it would be a good co-main event. I know Slim really wants a main event. I think he deserves one, but if he's not feeling those opponents for main event, then you got to be moved to co-main event. And personally, I think Anthony Taylor is really the only good option there for co-main event. Like OJ Rose and Ashley Roxu, they have unfinished business to settle with each other after drawing in their fight, and you know the other people just aren't there yet. So Anthony Taylor versus Slim, that would be a good co-main event. And I'm only saying that if Slim doesn't want Pettis. I think Taylor would be the next best option because everyone else would be too much of an easy fight for Slim. But AT would give him a challenge, as he did with Kenny. And look, I can understand the frustration on both sides. Like, Slim is the champ, he has the belt, he should be defending it frequently, but he's been turning down all options. I can see how that's frustrating for Mams and everybody at Misfits, but like, they keep publicly shaming him. Gotta try to keep working it out in private. Like, this isn't the first time that Slim has been publicly shamed by them, which is why I can understand his frustration with it. He was called a duck and everything when people thought he wasn't gonna fight Salt Papi. I think he always was planning to, but maybe just the money wasn't right, and it was on the Prime card as well. So I mean, I would hope that those who fought on the Prime card were paid handsomely, because that was a huge card. And people are like,
now we see why he didn't want to fight Salt Papi. He was getting dominated until the 4th round.
I feel like he always was planning to. It just had to feel right for him. And again, look how it ended. I'm sure stuff like that has happened all the time in, traditional professional boxing too. Can't think of one off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's happened plenty of times. Now, I'm one of the people that really want to see Slim fight Gib. There's potentially a Gib fight announcement this weekend. Maybe, who knows if it's going to be on Misfits, but as of right now, we know from past events that it doesn't seem likely that he would fight on Misfits, so Slim versus Gib, who knows if that could ever happen. Could have maybe happened on Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, but Slim is on a contract with Misfits and he has to honor that. So at the end of the day, Slim really should defend his belt, at least against AT. Just for now, if he's really not liking those main event options, I think you just got to settle for being co-main event at least one more time. I definitely think KSI should fight Slim before KSI retires from boxing. But it can't happen right now because KSI is going up in weight potentially to fight Jake. But we just got to see how it all plays out. I just felt like I wanted to talk about this because I keep seeing so much disrespect thrown at Slim's way, and he's a great fighter. One thing he lacks is, the cardio. If his cardio was better, he'd be even better than he already is. And even though he gets sluggish, he gets tired quickly by like second or third round, he's still going hard, throwing bombs, knocking fools out or scoring knockdowns. He's got that dog in him. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. I'm sure I'm gonna be called a glazer, but it is what it is. Just giving my opinion. But yeah, see you next time.